Hello and welcome to this pelvis mobility flow. In this practice, we'll be working with the hip joint and creating looseness and juiciness in the hip joints. So I just wanted to quickly review what the hip joint is, what we're talking about. This is a femur, it's a left femur, and this is a pelvic calf. And the femur has a ball at the end of it. The pelvic calf has a socket. So the hip joint is this joint between the femur and the pelvis, and you can have movement of the femur, of the pelvis, or of both together. So before we get started in our flow, we're just going to find the hip joints in the body. First thing is to take your left hand onto your hip and find the crease between your torso and your leg. Yeah. When you find that crease, put your hand on it, slide your other fingers underneath the place where your fingers start, and then extend your leg. So behind your fingers now, that's where the femur head goes into the hip socket. Just have a little play, little movement around there. You can move the leg, you can move the pelvis. Stand for a moment on your two legs and notice if anything feels different from that simple touch. Other side, hip, fingers towards your pubic bone, bend and find the crease, and just at the base of your fingers, yeah, that's where your hip joint is. So again, move your leg, move the pelvis, and tune into that area as where the leg is moving from. Now, please get a block and stand on it with your right foot. And then play a little bit with sliding the pelvis up and down the left side so you can roll over the femur head on this right side and just have a little play. You get more mobility with this little extra bit of height. You can cross the body, bend the knee, play with balance, cross over the other way. Take the leg out to the side, kick a football. Good, and then stand on your two legs. Switch to the opposite side, standing on your left leg, moving around the hip joint. What kind of mobility can you get? What kind of play? What kind of balance is challenged? The leg can come up. You can move slow or fast, and there's nothing right or wrong here. Just moving around the hip joints, leg to the side. And then stand on your 2 feet. Take the block out of the way. Let's come to sit down with your legs in front of you. They can be a little bit wide, and then roll a few times from side to side. You'll feel the pelvis, the sitting bones, and then have a little play with the hip joint. Come over to your right side. Take your hand on your left hip and then roll the pelvis forward and backwards, exploring the mobility that you have in the pelvis in this orientation. You can use your hand to kind of push the pelvis back one last time. Push it back and then curve the belly in. Roll on the back and come to the other side. Hand on the right hip. Roll forward and backwards. Playing with the mobility in that joint. Push forward. Push back, push forward, and push back. Let's cross the legs and try to come up to standing with no hands. And then step your legs wide. Turn your toes out, and the angle of your feet is such that as you bend the knees stay over the toes. So as you look down, you should be able to see your second toe. Hands on your thighs and roll the thighs out, with a sense that your sitting bones, the base of the body here is widening underneath you. You can rock a few times side to side and play with the distance between your feet that allows your shins to go straight down. Take hands in front of you, push something forward and stay for 5 breaths. There can be a little pulse, there can be a little deepening. Inhale back to center, exhale, push the 2 walls away. If you need a break, come up and straighten the legs and then go back down into horse stance. Last breath. Now, push the floor away, reach both arms up, stretch up. Exhale, hands on hips, turn the legs to parallel. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bend your knees, roll the pelvis over the femurs and into forward bend. Let the legs extend or bend, each leg one by one, shifting side to side. You can play with a kind of feeling like a tiger crouching in the jungle, crawling through the grass as you shift side to side. Let's take an inhale and exhale, fold into forward bend, let the head and neck relax down. Hands on hips, unfold and come all the way up. Turn the toes back out into horse stance. Bend both knees, roll the thighs open, let the sitting bones go wide. This time, flip your hands up towards the ceiling. Breath in gets longer, breath out goes deeper. Last breath. Push the floor away, rise up, stretch up, hand on hips. Legs turn parallel and fold, forward bend. Walk both hands over to your left leg. Right hand catches the left ankle. And then bend your right leg and pull away. Bow your head. Good. And then push up to the center and switch opposite side. Left hand catches right ankle and pull. And then back up to the center. Now, both hands come to the floor. If you can't quite reach the floor, you can also use your block to elevate. But move your hands in front of your right leg. Shift your weight onto your right and pick up the left foot. Yeah, keep it in the same orientation. So as you pick it up, it doesn't go backwards. And then sweep the left leg in front of the right. Take it back out to the side. So it's like the pendulum on a grandfather clock. Sweeping in front of the opposite leg. 2 more times. Sweep and down, sweep and down. This time sweep. Bend your right leg, swivel on the foot and come down to sitting. Left arm reaches high. Left arm comes behind the body. Push the floor with the right and stretch up into a dancer's bridge. Open the chest and open the pelvis. Take inhale. Exhale, elbow to belly, ease down. Cross your right leg over your left. Left arm hugs the right. Inhale and exhale, twist. Take inhale, soften as you go. Untwist, come forward. Take both hands to the floor. Push down into your hands, slide your left leg up and back into wide leg forward bend. Sometimes that transition takes a few times to get. Take inhale and exhale, fold. Hands walk in front of your left leg. Shift your weight to your left, lift up the right, inhale. Exhale, sweep it across, the pendulum of a grandfather clock. So it's just going side to side. 2 more times. This last time, swizzle on your left leg, ease down to sitting. Right hand, reach it up. Right hand comes behind the body, lift into dancer's bridge. Inhale, exhale, elbow to belly, and ease all the way down. Let's cross left leg over right. In the bend of the right elbow, take inhale, exhale, soften and twist. Untwist and come forward. Again, both hands on the floor, push down left leg, right leg lifts up, steps wide into wide leg forward bend. Hands on hips, unfold and come up. Let's walk, step or jump, both feet together. Give your legs a little shake or a little tap. And then stand and pause and notice what's changed in your body from the last 10 minutes of yoga. Namaste.